Holy that's actually me. 18, skinny as hell, and the day I really began the rebellion against my older cousins for bear hugging me until I farted. When I was younger, of course. Basketball was my first love at school, then college. It was here I was encouraged to start getting in the gym more as my coach took the game very seriously and needed us to hold our own on the court. I was studying sports performance and excellence at the time, so naturally I did some research on training and supplements. Heard a thing or two about creatine and clearly thought it would be a great idea to become an ambassador in the middle of Holland and Barrett. Got into Coventry Uni, met my now closest brethren. Do not comment on our shirts. I look the best though. I was very gassed about having an 8-pack. I was riding on that for a while, even if abs on a skinny guy don't even count. Jesus Christ, BBM, do you remember that? First party and holiday to Ayia Napa. I think for the prep for this, I just starved myself without counting macros. Fail. Family holiday to Portugal was a little different. On that Jersey Shore double vest Paulie D hype. Jesus Christ. First ever Body Power Expo. Met one of my biggest inspirations at the time, Rob Riches. Shreddies. I then joined my local bodybuilding gym, Future Fitness in Coventry. It was then owned by Cliff on the far right, and it's now owned by Uncle Kev, who prepped me for my first couple of shows. He's on the far left. The best decision I made was to leave my uni gym, which was a leisure centre, and surround myself with like-minded people at Futures. First ever show, Physique of the Week live, May 2013. I managed to bag second place in my first ever show. I was gassed. Met Ulysses Jr., met one of the GOATs, Flex Wheeler. Also met arguably the actual GOAT, Phil Heath. But not only did I meet him, Uncle Kev invited me to work on his stand that weekend at the expo. Okay, so right about now I am ultra gassed, like uber gassed. Motivation was at an all-time high, for real. I returned from the expo with my first bodybuilding show to come in 2 months' time and had never been so focused and devoted to anything. Future Fitness Gym, local show Future Physiques, under 80 kilos category. I actually forgot to shave my hair. Thankfully that didn't have an effect on the placing. First place and best poser. So my first official bodybuilding show was over. Now it was time to pig out. But this wasn't enough. I went back to the bank and extended my student overdraft just so I could buy some more.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I feel sick just looking at this. I'd been strict for so long, all I wanted was everything I'd missed. All at once. 'Cause that makes sense. So after all that crap and a double dozen Krispy Kremes that I conveniently forgot to mention, in 6 days I gained 10 kilos in weight. It's the worst I have ever felt. Fell in love with chicken all over again. Went back to the drawing boards. Got me a clothing sponsor. June 2014, competed in my first ever UK BFF qualifier show. First place. Invited to the British finals in October, I attempted to hold my condition through the year. Fail. Major fail. I actually made it into the Muscle and Fitness mag, which was quite a big achievement, but I only placed top 15 on the day. From the disappointment of the finals, I was seeking redemption in my next competition. 2015 Grand Prix, I only managed second or third call out. I remember backloading my carbs on about 600 grams, overspilled and looked very soft. So although I regret competing that day, I did actually learn some valuable lessons. Some physique boys do still train legs, by the way. New Year 2016, I moved to South London. I met Tracy Ann King, aka The Oracle. I'd never had a coach before, but the standard of a team of athletes spoke for itself. I linked up with big cousin Lee, who I knew was a badass behind the camera. I did my first ever photo shoot.
And whilst we're here, I just want to say Armani boxers are not cheap.
September 2016, my second UK BFF qualifier under the Oracle's guidance, first place. Lesson learned from the 2014 British Finals. This time I only had to hold my condition for 1 month. 2016 British Finals, 6th place, progress made. April 2017 FitCon, qualifier for British Finals and Arnold's Europe. Top 5 finish meant no invites, unfortunately. British Finals number 3, second place with an auto invite into the 2019 British Finals and an invite to compete in the Arnold's in Europe. My journey continues.